Hello, great people. Continuing from where we stopped the other day, I would like you to see the video. There is an attempt. In fact, I will tell you the cocoa of everything. But first, I want you to watch this video. Please don't mind my voice, but I will still say what I want to say. I don't know whether they attacked my voice, but this guy said a lot of things, but I'm going to come at it from another angle. Watch before we come back again. Nigeria. Let me not say what I want to say now. Let's finish watching this video. This guy made a lot of exposition. In fact, he said several things. In each sentence, he says several things. But watch first, and we'll be right back.
In 2006, a contract was awarded to a Dutch company to embark on rehabilitation of that seaport and to raise the channel draft. The government had issues with the company over contract variation costs, and that lingered for a long time. When the government attempted to go back to do it, the company says that you cannot, and the case was in court. In 2022, that case was taken out of court for out-of-court settlement. The immediate past MD of MPA says that, oh, they've taken the case out of court. We're going to work on raising the channel draft. The Calabar Seaport is dead. Like, you barely have vessels coming there, maybe one vessel per week compared to Lagos. How do you build an economy when the smallest state by landmass that has the highest per capita income with the highest population, right, has the only functioning seaport in Nigeria, while everybody else is left to go home and dry? It doesn't make sense. This is the reason why I'm saying to the president that it is economic injustice, and Nigeria is structurally, skewed to favor Lagos economy. And this is the basic truth. The Calabar Deep Seaport draft has not been done. The documents at the ICRC has been cleared for Akwa Ibom Deep Seaport project in Ibom. The federal government has sat on it because if you look at the structure, 20% of the shares belongs to the federal government, 20% belongs to the state government, and 60% belongs to interested private sector investor. And that 60% was given as a 34-year concession, a PPP with Bolloré Logistics, like 2 or 3 years ago. Bolloré, the French company, ended up selling itself to MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Company. Mediterranean said they are doing revalidation. Why is the federal government not putting as much effort in making sure that they start building Akwa Ibom Deep Seaport, like they did for Lekki Deep Seaport in Lekki Free Trade Zone? And now the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy is saying that they are going to, cut to investors, and they are doing drawings to see that they start the Bakassi Deep Seaport. How can Lagos have 3 functioning seaports with a 4th one in the works and every other place is languishing? How do you build an economy when everything is centered around Lagos? Is it because the Lagos establishment is afraid that if there is an operational seaport in the eastern maritime flank, which geographically is better for maritime operations, you're going to have traffic diversion of port operations from the southeast, the south-south, the northeast to Akwa Ibom? Is it because they're afraid of revenue losses? It doesn't make any sense. We have to say the truth to power.
All right. Kevin.
What exactly is wrong that it seems that there is like a calculated power share between the northwest and the southwest, and until every other region in Nigeria gets permission from the northwest and the southwest, nothing happens in their region? It doesn't make any sense. How can Mr. President be talking about renewed hope and economic transformation and increase in the per capita income of Nigerians and prosperity for Nigerians about building a $1 trillion economy when everything is centered around Lagos? Somebody imports a 40-foot container from Guangzhou to Lagos, and it will cost him 5 or 6 million naira to truck it to Aba. And you don't expect that he's going to pass on that inflation cost to the people, considering the fact that we don't have standard gauge rail lines that extend horizontally from the southwest to the southeast. It's marginalization, economic marginalization, and we have to speak truth to power. Cheito, I'll tell you what, one of the reasons why house rent has been skyrocketing in Lagos, which also contributes to inflation that you have in Lagos is because demand is higher than supply of houses in Lagos. Lagos is creating, there isn't enough infrastructure to accommodate the population. And that's because you've centralized the entire Nigerian economy. The contribution of Lagos to real GDP is 23%. Lagos State's FAC to IGRA ratio is 22% to 78%, which means 78% IGR, 22% FAC. Lagos State generates 26% equivalent. Lagos generates revenues equal to what 26 states in Nigeria generates. 26 states in Nigeria, which means Lagos is the most viable economy. Okay?
Now, wow, you had him. Igbo will say, Anushigomunte. Anushigomunte, with what you just had. Now, let me tell you the whole plan of these people. You hear them say, Igbo leave Lagos. They will tell you, Igbo leave Lagos. They don't want you to leave. Oh. No. They don't want you to leave Lagos. They don't want you to leave the Southwest. They want it to be like a case of UK. Other countries are going there to work. You work, they collect part of the money. They fix the place with the money you work for. They fixed, in this case of Lagos, they fix the Lagos with Nigerians' money. They fix it. They keep pumping money on that small place. You heard what this guy said. Why is everything centered around Lagos? He is specific. Why will it appears as if Southwest and Northwest controls what happens to Nigeria? You have to get permission from these two. The smallest state in Nigeria is Lagos. The revenue Lagos generates is equal to that of the 26 states of Nigeria. And this is something people deliberately arranged. And rather than, there have been so much investment of Lagos that it is overheating. They are still pumping more. They want you to only fish there so that they will collect taxes from you. Lagos has 3 functioning seaports, while the Calabar, you heard what he said, maybe 1 ship per week. I don't know how many goes to Port Harcourt. Then there is the Akwa Ibom Deep Seaport. They are not making any attempt to revive these seaports. For their mind, if they fix other seaports to function at full capacity, they will face a kind of shortage in terms of earning that they get through Lagos. So he said what we see is an economic injustice. They tell you, he will leave Lagos because if you talk about sea forwarding, freight, whatsoever, importation, it is the Igbos, mainly. Other ethnicities are involved. But the plan is to make you stuck to Lagos. They tell you, go back to your 5 Southeast landlocked, whatever. They don't mean it inside them. They want to continue to fleece you, rip you off totally. They want us to, for the rest of our lives, for as far as Nigeria is existing, the plan is you must pay Lagos. So it appears all Nigerians are paying Lagos. You move a container from Granju, China, before every of your good gets to Aba, you are spending extra millions, like 6 million he said. Sometimes it's more. Just because Lagos Seaport is only functioning. In 2006, I think it was Jonathan that was around then. I don't know. Was it Jonathan or end of Yaradua's reign? Okay, it was about the time Obasanjo was leaving. Then Yaradua. There was a contract that was awarded for the rehabilitation of the Calabar Seaport. And according to them, they raised a channel draft. But government had issue with the company because of what they call cost admiration. They had problem. It was as if we cannot continue. There is problem. There are terms of agreement, terms that should be respected in every agreement reached, contract signed. Nigeria perhaps did not keep part of their own. So they went to court of it for that. 2022, the case was taken out of the courts. What happened after? It came to a point, the company that was supposed to rehabilitate that seaport transformed into another company, maybe sold to another company. Till today, Calabar Seaport is yet to be done. Meanwhile, Lagos is very congested. They are still pumping things inside Lagos. There are 3 seaports in Lagos. Rather than fix Calabar, dredge the ones, even the other lady mentioned, Warri Port. They are building the 4th one. They built Lekki Deep Seaport. Like I told you, during Buhari's time, he was saying to compensate the Yorubas. He was building dry seaport in Ibadan. I don't know if they have completed it. Ibadan has no waterways. The target is not to shift it from southwest. Rather than dredge Calabar and fix the Akwa Ibom part of it too. They are thinking about the 4th seaport in Lagos. They are building a 4th one. They are afraid. They tell you, leave, leave, leave. But they are afraid. They don't want you to leave. Tomorrow they tell you, Lagos generates more than what Southeast will generate in months. Of course, the input on Lagos by the federal government. They will tell you Yoruba built Lagos, this and that. Igbo or Igbo go. But inside their mind, they don't want you to go. They are making it hard for us. They are trying to make it hard for us that we will not go back to our place. But even individually, there is what we can do. Meanwhile, the cost is still on Nigeria. You import, you spend about 6 million. That inflationary cost, trying to move the container and other things to Aba, your goods and everything. The pains is on the consumer. So there is an attempt to favor Lagos in a way, even though it has come to a point, Lagos is very congested. Even the seaports, you see what is happening at Apapa, the gridlock and the rest of them. It is as a result of that things are wrong, that they should try other places where there are waterways. But rather than do that, they will be still investing. Lagos is the most smallest state in Nigeria. But in terms of revenue and everything, it generates higher. So let me tell you the whole plan. The whole plan is, there's an agreement with the North, Northwest especially, and Southwest. Forget, some people could tell you they are doing it's only Lagos. No. When Lagos is loaded, it affects the whole of Southwest. There's a plan to keep all Nigerians attached to Lagos. And a certain part of the North, there is an agreement all what you work for. So you wonder why our people in the Southeast, everybody is moving to Lagos. Not everybody per se, but many people are going to Lagos. Because the federal government, it is structured to work that way. They brag about their place doing well, that it was fixed. No. The federal government today is investing heavily, making it hard for other regions to survive. It is hindering development on other regions. They are afraid of revenue loss. They are afraid of, if they develop Calabar, if they develop other places, they want Lagos to continue to take a lion's share in terms of generating revenue. So the attack is mainly on the eastern region and the southeast. I used to see people from the south, as per the nonsense geographical expression. I used to see them, oh, you Igbos, you and your Biafra, we don't want to hear anything. While they are being shortchanged, they think Igbo is their problem. They have been bent towards always believing it is Igbo people. These Igbo people, they are the problem, this and that. Let me tell you, Calabar, Akwa Ibom, they are supposed to enjoy equal benefit as Lagos. They have the waters to do import and export. But how many ships goes to Calabar? What is happening to Port Harcourt? What about One? Occasionally you hear a giant ship came to One. Hey, people will be rejoicing. Do you know how many goes to Lagos when one comes to One? We are rejoicing. They know what they are doing. Inside them, they want to keep us in Lagos. They want Lagos to remain viable. They know what will happen if they open other seaports. Tinubu is telling you about economic plan, $1 million, whatever, $1 trillion economy to revive Nigeria. Now you wonder, why is everything focused on Lagos? You want to revive Nigeria, but your focus is on Lagos. Fixing Nigeria is not hard. And some of these guys, they have the technical know-how. They know what it takes. But it's a deliberate attempt to strangulate a particular region. All what is in the contract to revive those seaports, they are looking away. They are pushing it aside. From 2006, they had to drag. Until 2022, they tell you these stories and that. Let me tell you, this has been calculated. The attempt, they have their conclusions. He came in, he moved almost every branch of central bank to Lagos. You think they don't know what they are doing? They are also trying to strangulate the southeast region economically. That is their development plan. In the face value, oh, we want to fix Nigeria. What is the fourth seaport doing in Nigeria when we have other parts that needs to be fixed? And you see that Lagos is congested. They are trying to make every Nigerian, especially the Southeast Igbo people, to troop to Lagos to do business so that they will earn internally generated revenue. And probably from Lagos, they will fix other Southwest states. And they continue to look better. It was the influence of Lagos that affected Ogun State. That is why you see a lot concentration of companies. And gradually, other southwest states, it appears all of our struggles in Nigeria is to fix the southwest and the northwest. They dictate. You see, not to get what they are doing. All of your labor, wherever you are, whether in the south is any part of the country, you are trying to pay, they are making you to pay something to Lagos. If Calabar Seaport is working well, and Akwa Ibom, somebody in Aba, southeast, and most part of, even part of the north in Nigeria, they will route their containers through Calabar and One and Akwa Ibom. It will save costs. You don't have to bring it to Lagos port, do all the clearing, do whatsoever. Now pay for the container to be moved from that Lagos back to east again. They make you spend more. And when you add your markup, the average Nigerians, the consumers are suffering. They think they are doing Igbo man. Meanwhile, they are also doing us. We are being punished. We are being enslaved. We are being made to work for Lagos and Southwest people and parts of the North. That is the idea. We work for them. And each government that comes, they had an agreement with Lagos. They keep pumping. Why must everything be in Lagos? So whatever you do, Lagos has a cut in it. Other regions will be suffering. If you want to import, you are in Aba, you must go to Lagos, pay something to Lagos. So all the goods coming to every part of Nigeria must pay something to Lagos. Did you get the idea? So we work for them. We work for the Southwest. We work for them to fix their place. When we buy properties, they demolish some. We have paid them money for those properties. They take the money, they still come, illegal buildings, this and that, they demolish. They seize back the lands with whatever policy. Now the ones they did not demolish, they tell you it expires it's actually a rent. It expires so years. You have to renew. They have made it is structured that all of our lives we will work for Lagos. We must pay to Lagos to fix Lagos and Yoruba land. My people, wising up. Wising up. Using Lagos makes our business hard. What is the distance between Aba and Port Harcourt, Aba and Akwa Ibom, Aba and other places? What's the difference? If ships go to Aba, you just drive to the place, clear your goods. The transportation cost will not be much, moving your container to the location you want to put it, to your warehouse or your stores. They have so much invested in Lagos that it's generating what is compared to 26 states in the south. Yet Lagos is small. Yet something can be done to turn around these things. He wants to fix Nigeria with such posture. I don't know what to say. The guy has said a lot. I'm just trying to make you understand the target, the plan. Share this video widely, please. Keep it in your archive. Save it somewhere. We must get out of this. whether in Nigeria or we must get out of this. This cannot continue to be like this. We want a better life. We must plan and get out of this. Viewers, thanks for watching. Please share widely. I'm Azuka OJ. Bye-bye for now.